The image of council houses is changing fast. Gone are the days when they were reserved for the underprivileged. And with standards of living rising all the time, the planners are making sure that new developments have all the amenities of luxury homes. You'll seldom find a new block without garages, for example. But then I imagine you'll seldom find garages like these ones at Linlithgow, Scotland. Oh, there's plenty of room in there for the largest car once you get in. But there's the rub, because just a few feet away is a solid stone wall. That would defeat the turning circle of even the niftiest Mini. No matter how you work it, no matter how clever a mathematician you might be, there is no conceivable way you can get a car into these garages. It's been this way since 1964, when the flats were completed. And still today, 7 years later, car owners who live here arrive home from work and are forced to leave their vehicles out in the open. Where do you normally park your car?
Up in the square, if there's room to park it.
But always outside?
Always outside,
What?
Summer and winter.
And how long have you been living here?
7 years.
So you've been parking it outside for the last 7 years?
Yes.
Are you quite happy about that?
No, because I've had a lot of damage done to my tail lights. Tyres been cut, and the police says I've no claim against children.
Well, how would you feel? Would you rather have a garage?
Oh yes, I'd rather have a garage.
Would you like one of those 5 unoccupied garages round the corner there?
If I could get one, but they've been blocked up for 7 years. There's no entrance.
Well, how do you feel about the fact that there are 5 garages here that you can't get into?
Well, it seems most ridiculous to me that, as I say, they've built these garages 7 years ago and you still can't get the use of them because they haven't got permission to knock the wall down. It seems damned ridiculous, to say the least.
Yeah, I agree with them entirely.
Well, how's it affecting you personally?
Well, personally, it doesn't affect me. I have an old car. I don't mind, but my brother, on the other hand, has a new one and there's no place to put it. It's got to stand outside all the time.
Well, has anyone thought about complaining about it?
Oh, yes, there has been several complaints over the last 7 years, but nothing's came of them so far.
Yes, they just keep telling us there'll be nothing done until the next stage of the development.
So as far as you know, you just got to go on waiting?
Yes, we waited 7 years. We'll never have to wait another 7.
Mr. Cameron, how on earth did this incredible situation come about?
The Town Council did this first part of their development for the High Street, expecting that the second phase would carry on immediately after this was finished. And that phase would be to the east of here, so that there would then be a road into the garages when that phase was finished. However, unfortunately, the Town Council discovered that there was some difficulty about acquiring various properties to the east, and they therefore had to make the second part of the development at the other end of the High Street. And so this part has been left since these flats were completed.
Well, don't you think someone should have made sure that they could get the property before they built the garages?
I think they did, but when the owners of the property objected, the Town Council decided that they didn't want to force them into parting with their property.
These garages have been standing there for years, Mr. Cameron. Don't you think that's a dreadful waste of the taxpayers' money?
They have been standing empty for something like 6 years, but they haven't, in fact, been a complete waste, because some people have been able to use them as garages for motorbikes and scooters, and other people have used them for storage, so that they have been used and some income has been received from the garages.
Well, are people actually paying rent on them?
Yes, they are paying some rent, yes, but not as high as they would have been paying for a normal garage.
But presumably the council itself will still have been losing money hand over fist over a period of
paid
years.
for the garages, so that there has been a loss of income over the period of years.
Well, what's the situation at the present time?
The Town Council's architects are drawing up plans for the next phase of the High Street development to the east of the garages, and these plans will be coming to the Town Council shortly.
Well, of course, the situation isn't really as bad as all that. I mean that at first glance it looks impossible to get a vehicle in there, but after all you really need is a little imagination, a little determination, and perhaps a more modest family car.